Okay, we have mana release now, and it's an attacker assault rifle wind, but with an exact twist that we never saw this coming. Because, okay, in their description on their announcements, right? They said that mana is only like a reviver. Grants buffs her allies and strengthens herself. What buff, right? And then she periodically recovers entire squads and instantly revive allies who are out of action. So in our mind, it's like, oh, it's a reviver. Okay, probably like a PvP unit, right? Oh, healing. Oh, yeah. So in my mind, though, a healer and a reviver heal everybody. I was thinking, oh man, I could totally use this for Kraken, right? Because I want an AFK Kraken, and she's a wind unit. So it's like, oh my god, I want to be able to AFK Kraken just by and get level 7, right? That's my goal. That's my goal. So in her kit, there's 2 things here, but then they got something that just left us out of nowhere. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. So for skill 1, that's basically where the revive is. She has this metal okay, gamma or metal Y. Let's just start with metal Y. Anyways, at the start of the fight, you get that 58% attack, right? And then every 10 normal attacks while you're in metal Y, basically she can heal. So, and then if somebody dies, she will revive somebody. And see, it says here incapacitated ally with the highest attack. So let's say in Kraken, I'm thinking like, what if Kraken does an AoE and it kills everybody? Then she should revive the one that is the highest attack. So I would imagine like if it does an AoE, unless there's some other thing that we're not aware of in terms of like how it's ordered, maybe it's left or right, but I would imagine since it says specifically the highest attack except caster, so out of all the units that are dead, if there's like multiple that dies in the same time, then it should revive the highest attack, which is like your main DPS. But then once she revives somebody, then you will not be able to have the attack buff anymore, and she cannot heal anymore. Well, I would imagine that she would die also at the same time. Well, yeah, because in an AoE, right? likely if you have Scarlet, Black Shadow, and mana, I would imagine that they'll all die, and the only one that's left is Scarlet, Black Shadow. But that's probably just a last burst spurt thing. What about this though is that skill 1 is just for the revived things, but the main thing that we didn't notice and left out of field is the skill 2, which is Metal Sigma. Okay, the Sigma symbol. That was a Sigma symbol. It's activated at the start of the battle. She has a burst gauge filling speed, but the biggest thing in here, there's other things too, but she gets like attack damage and attack up whenever you go to full burst, and then she loses that Metal Sigma status. But this one though is the most important thing that I think we did not really expect at all. When you're entering in full burst, affects one ally unit with the longest basic charge time, and it is a charge time decrease for 0.18 seconds. In case you guys didn't know, for Alice in particular, she gives like 11.67 speed, right? But she has a 1.5 charge speed, and the multiplying there is essentially she is providing an 58.35% charge speed. 58.35% charge speed of a 0.3 seconds, which is the charge time for Scarlet, Black Shadow, is 17.5 seconds. So what's happening is basically Alice, without any other charge speed overloads from Scarlet Black Shadow or any other charge speed buffers, Alice is actually providing 17.5 or 0.7175 or charge time reduction to Scarlet Black Shadow, which is exactly what Mana is providing here in her skill 2. So basically, the way we're seeing this is she is an alternative to Alice, and finally, right? And it's another wind unit. So now we can actually move Alice out of Scarlet Black Shadow. I think this is what their main solution is for having us constantly with Alice and Scarlet Black Shadow. Now, they had this burst gauge filling speed for a particular reason, and that is because we don't have any other charge speed at the fast charger in this team. The reason for that is because this affects ally units with the longest basic charge time. If you want Scarlet Black Shadow to have the longest basic charge time, which is only 0.3 seconds, there has to be almost no one else, no sniper rifles, no other sniper rifles, no other rocket launchers that are in the team, because otherwise they will end up being the one with the longest basic charge time, which is the charge. They have, most standard sniper rifles have 1 second charge time. So this burst gauge filling speed is one of the things that they want to make sure. It's like, oh, it's, since you're not gonna have any fast charger sniper rifle, then they want you to, she's there to kind of fill in that gap for the energy gain. Now, assault rifle is not really saying much. They typically by default have low burst gauge filling speed, but with this 70%, this should hopefully like make up for it. And this is also, I guess, user friendly, because now there's, you don't have to like fast charge that Alice thing for people. So that's actually really good. And you know, because of this, with the revive and the burst gauge filling speed, maybe, just maybe, she might end up being viable also for PvP. I don't know what people are gonna find interesting on that, but they could totally do something with it. I don't know how though. You know, if everybody dies for some reason, let's say like there's in PvP regular drunk Scarlet AoEs the whole team, and you're gonna be left with just like your main DPS. But then how are they gonna burst? I guess like Red Hood, huh? Oh yeah, technically Red Hood, because Red Hood can be B1, B2, and B3 all together. So if, wait a minute, you can totally do that. So let's say Scarlet Black let's say Drunk Scarlet just AoEs the whole team, and then, but then Red Hood is there. She mana revives Red Hood, but then Red Hood cleans up everybody. Wait a minute. Okay, now you guys gotta test it. Oh, hold up. Okay, I don't know. We might be cooking something. Wouldn't Red Hood steal the charge speed buff? No, this is for PvP. I'm talking about PvP. No, I was talking about PvP. I jumped already. We moved on from Kraken already. I jumped to the PvP. Anyways, fine. Let's go back to Kraken. Sure. Oh god, we're jumping around here, but it's sustained damage. When she bursts, she gets sustained damage, and then she'll do damage. Like, yeah, what the heck do you want me to do here? This is just additional shit. All right. Anyway, she can DPS. Duh. Okay, done. There you go. But in order for her to get back this metal sigma buff again for that increased burst gauge filling speed, she does have to burst though. So that's one caveat on the hit. So I was thinking about whether we should use her with Summer Sakura or should we use her as the burster. I think we'll just have to figure out whether it's more effective for her to just be on the standby. She doesn't have to burst to provide this charge time reduction though. for at least like based on like these decks so far, it's telling you whether it needs the full burst in metal sigma status. But this charge time reduction doesn't seem like she has to be in metal sigma status though. So she could totally just be an off burst where she's just a pocket healer and a pocket reviver and then a charge time reduction unit. So we could totally have like Crown, Scarlet Black Shadow, Rapi Red Hood, Rapi Red Hood, RRH, and then Summer Sakura, and then Mana. The downside on that is like the energy gain on it is a little bit low, and again, it's because like if we're making her not burst mana, if we're making mana not burst, then she won't end up getting back this metal sigma, which is the one that's giving the burst gauge feeling speed. So that's just something to note. Then is she gonna be a must pull? I think I'll have to test. I'll be honest with you before that. And so like again, I won't be live when she is gonna be immediately available. However, I will be live the night on NA time on Thursday. So I'll be live and we'll be testing her. We'll do that, and Arknight's Enfield also beta. That's gonna be fun. And then also Girls Frontline, there's a new character. Dude, there's so many things happening on Thursday. Oh god. So anyways, but we'll start with mana. So just be on the watch out. I'll try to be live a lot earlier also. Then we'll have like Girls Frontline section, and then Arknight's Enfield beta. I'm actually excited for that one too. So it's there's so many things happening. Anyways, be on the watch out. Again, I will be live on Twitch, but I should be also live on YouTube as well. But anyways, so we'll test her out. I am actually slightly excited for this, right? Because I really want to AFK my Kraken. Okay, I want to just AFK and just sit in there, because in case you guys don't know, if you don't destroy the tentacles for Kraken and you're just constantly shooting the boss, and then like you essentially can do the entire fight on phase 1, and the fight nearly ends during the QTE. And so that's why in my head I'm like, okay, if we can eventually reach that damage where we're just getting that damage in without needing to get to phase 3 or phase 2, that would be amazing. Oh my god. Anyways, do you think the healing team continuously will activate Crown Royal uptime permanently? Yes. Yes. Because it's healing. This is a healing. This is a recover. This is a healing. So unlike others, you know, Rouge for example doesn't really work with Crown, right? This should work and heal Crown. That's why I was thinking that team. That's why I was thinking Crown with this with mana. Okay, to be fair, let's be real here. Why don't they just like allow us to skip on anomaly interception? Huh? Shift up. Come on. Anyways, like I said, I will be live later to test mana out. So be on the watch out for and yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna be live immediately the moment she's out, but we should be able to test more later.